Then we bring the concept of weighted mean. Okay, note that in case of mean, the arithmetic mean will work only if the weights of all the data set is same. Okay, that means all of them are equally likely to come, right? But when the case is that when the values are not equally likely to come, that means these all have different weights, then I cannot use the arithmetic mean. I have to rely on a new concept which is called as your weighted mean. Okay, now what can be the use of the weighted mean? So think about it, a very simple example. Suppose let's say you have a die. Okay, let's say this die is not fair. This die is not fair, and you get values from 1 to 2. These are the values that you get in that die, right? Now suppose this die is not fair. Okay, on an average what is the value that you will get? So if you assume it is to be fair, if you assume that it's fair, okay, then what will happen? Okay, you will say that the average is 1 plus 2, because you say that each of them have equal chance to come. So this you will say it's 21 by 6, so the average is 3.5. This is on the assumption that this is a fair die, all of them have equal chances of coming. But what if I say that you get 20% of the time you get value of 1, okay, 30% of the time you get value of 2, okay, then 10% of the time you get value of 3, okay, and then you get, so value, probability, and then the value, okay, or we can say this as a weight, how many times it comes, okay. Then you say 15% of the time you get 4, okay, so and then 20% of the time you get 5, and only 5% of the time you get 6. Okay, it means that the weightage and these values, okay, these are not, earlier you said that each of them have equal chance, that is out of 6 times 1 will come, so 1 by 6, but now the weightage are different. So in such cases you cannot use the this formula, right? So what you have to do is you have to apply the weighted mean. So what is the weighted mean formula? Weighted mean formula is summation of wi into xi, where wi is the weight and xi is the value. See here, this is the weight and this is the value of xi. So the value will be what? It will be equal to your weight. So first 20% weight can be written as 0.2 into 1 plus 0.3 into 2 plus 0.1 into 3 plus 0.15 into 4 plus you have 0.2 into 5 and plus you have 0.05 into 6. So this will give you the value of the weighted mean. So if I do computation, this is 0.2, this is 0.6, this is 0.3, okay, this is 0.6, okay, this is 1, and this is 0.3. So the value you will get is 0.2, 0.8, 1.1, 1.7, 2.7 and 3. So that means the weighted mean comes as 3. Okay, note that assuming the fair die, the mean was coming as 3.5, but assuming the different distribution, the value is coming as 3. So if you see that the chances of each value or the weight of each value is not the same, then you should use the weighted mean. Okay, right? However, if here the weight is same, then the weighted mean will give you the same value as your arithmetic average, right? So weighted mean is a special case of arithmetic mean where different weights are assigned to different data points, right? So that is a weighted mean. In finance, we usually use weighted mean to compute the return of a portfolio. So suppose as an example, they are saying that $200 you have invested in a stock A and $300 you have invested in stock B. The return from the stock A is 10%, the return of the stock B is 20%. They are asking what is the portfolio return. See, if you do the arithmetic average, it will be 10 plus 20 by 2. So you will say that the portfolio return is 15%. See how much was your investment? 200 in A, 300 in B. right? So 200 plus 300, 500. So 500 you are getting a return of 15%. That means your portfolio is giving you a return of 75 as per the arithmetic mean calculation. But see this, your stock A is giving a return of 10%. That means stock A is giving $20 return. Stock B is giving you a return of 20%. That means it is giving you a return of 60. So if you combine this, it is actually a $80 return. But your arithmetic mean gives you $75 return. It means that arithmetic return computation is wrong. So what we can do is we can compute the weighted mean. So to compute the weight of A, we say that the amount of money you have invested in A is 200. Total money you have invested is 500. So the weight of A is 0.4 and your weight of B will be 300 divided by 500, that will be 0.6. Right? So this is the weight of A, this is the weight of B. Then you multiply this with the return of A, which is 10%. So this comes as 0.4 into 10, 4%. 0.6 into 20%, this is 12%. If you add these two, it will become 16%. So it means that on your $500, you are getting a return of 16%. So 16 into 5 is $80, which is exactly this value, right? So what we say is weighted mean return is a better measure. When the amount invested is different, you should use this. Only if the amount invested would be same, then arithmetic mean would have given you the value.